Foxy Beard here. I am finally back. I know it's been over a week and I've been trying to push stuff out of my life to like make time for this channel and make time for you guys. Well, not push stuff out of my life, but just rearrange things to make some more time for all of this. So yeah, I wanted to tell my personal Megxit story. And yeah, don't judge me for those Christmas decorations. It's still Christmas here. Might be the end of January, but hey. I actually love Christmas and I love like pushing it as long as I can. I actually still have like some Christmas presents I still have to buy for people. So yeah, that's just me being late. But anyway, back to the story. So here's my personal Megxit story. I decided to share this after really like kind of trying to think it through. And it's not like I feel like I necessarily owe anyone an explanation, but I thought with my particular story, I come from a fairly like unique angle. There's a bit of a twist in the story for me because I actually started out as somewhat of a Meghan fan from the beginning when I first found out about her for a short period of time, and that all changed. So yeah, it's actually kind of a sad story, if I'm honest. Like it just, I don't know. I didn't necessarily want to be a Megxiter, but here I am. So it all started back when I was born. No, I'm kidding. I've always been an old soul. I'm kind of what I like to call a hopeless old soul. So the British royal family, the monarchy, just really always held a lot of intrigue for me. I've gone and visited London a few times. I've visited Buckingham Palace. But anyway, I love going there. I actually have spent quite a bit of time in England, and yeah, it's one of my happy places. So I am a big fan of Kate Middleton, as I'm sure a lot of you are. And so I don't know, I just feel like if we ever met, we would like be kindred spirits. And I feel like, I don't know, we have like the same spirit animal or something. She's just, her aura, like she just glows, and like, I don't know, we have the same style. I remember like, well, not the same style. She has a lot more money than I do. I remember several years ago reading something about Kate wearing some J. Crew jeans, and I remember like running over to J. Crew and like buying the same jeans. But yeah, that's kind of the extent. It's not like I went and got like an entire Kate Middleton inspired wardrobe or anything. But yeah, so fast forward. I hear about Prince Harry dating this woman called Meghan Markle, and I had never heard of Meghan Markle like most of us. I had heard of the show Suits, however, and I'd never seen it. I think I'd seen like, I don't know, maybe the little ads for it or whatever, when you're like flipping through channels. But anyway, I don't watch a lot of TV, so no surprise there. And so, I'd never heard of her. But I found out that he was engaged to a mixed girl. That's about when I kind of like entered the scene. I have immediate family that is of a different ethnicity than myself, and very close extended family. And so this felt like a bit personal for me. And I remember when I found out, I was like, oh, there's someone mixed in the monarchy. This is so cool. And I think I probably felt a little bit like little girls of different ethnicity felt when they came out with Barbies that weren't blonde hair, blue-eyed. Yeah, like I think it was that same feeling, like, oh my gosh, there's finally a Barbie that's like my color. And yeah, that's how I felt when Meghan Markle got engaged to him. And I didn't really follow this story that much, but I remember thinking, oh my goodness, these loved ones of mine can like have a role model. And I remember encouraging one of them to write Meghan a letter, and kind of hung on to it for a while. And then we never sent the letter, and here's why. I saw some comments somewhere, I don't even remember where, maybe it was somewhere on YouTube, it was a long time ago, probably about 2 years ago, and it said something about the engagement interview of Harry and Meghan, and so I went and watched it, and I think I had kind of like a similar reaction, if you can put it that way, to many of us Megxiters, which was like, whoa, woo! she was lying about that whole not knowing about the royal family thing. And then later we saw pictures of her like in front of Buckingham Palace when she was a teenager. So, and then the other thing is like the whole, like, she kind of acted like she was this young, like innocent, like early 20s girl who's just like so besotted by Prince Harry. And it just went like red lights flashing, fake, 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 when I saw that. And I think a lot of people had that reaction. And my view of her changed. And I remember just feeling so disappointed because I really wanted her for a role model for these people that I loved. And my battery's low on my laptop. I was using that for notes. So I gotta hurry up. So I just remember being like, oh, I don't think this is such a wonderful person. Like, I was kind of hoping she would be like, like a biracial Kate. And she wasn't. And then I heard about her politics and I was like, but okay, she's, this modern woman and whatever. And then things started going downhill a little bit, in my eyes. And, there was the whole thing with her dad and that like disaster. And I know that there are two sides to every story. And I know that there are definitely two sides to this. Trust me, I started to follow it more and more closely. But then, okay, so then there was that. Then there were all these leaks about like, her making Kate cry and her insisting on the tiara. And this is like really early on. Then you have the whole thing with like nobody in her family is at the wedding except her mom, and just this stuff starts to seem weird. And then you have people starting to talk and saying like she's a narcissist. So I got intrigued by that, and I started looking into that and thought, oh, maybe there's something to that. And then you have the whole pregnancy. I thought the timeline was a little fast, but I don't want to judge anyone. Like married, engaged, married, pregnant. Then I have been pregnant, and let's just say I really don't see how it's physically possible to bend like that when you're that pregnant, but that's a topic for another video. So I really feel like she either used a surrogate or maybe the whole thing is a hoax and whatever. Again, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just saying that was like a big thing for me. And all of these things are like pushing me out of the Meghan Markle fan club train. and then I see the Megxit train, and I'm like, on YouTube, and I start following some of the Megxit channels, and I just get more intrigued as the mystery elements just kind of keep coming out. And so, I love a good mystery, especially a real life mystery. I am so drawn into that. I tend to follow crime dramas, not dramas, crime documentaries, like real life crime stuff. I like political mysteries, murder mysteries, whatever. And so this just really intrigued me. And another thing that really drew me in was the political stuff. Now, I'm not going to get really specific in this video. I'm thinking of maybe doing another video, but I try to be really careful when it comes to politics, and I really didn't want to get too into politics. But her political connections, to me, really shady. And without getting further into detail, she even had someone on, some people on her staff that had connections to some North American politicians that I found questionable. So then the whole racism thing, well, here's the thing. Most of the criticism that I've heard has nothing to do with race. However, I do want to give a little bit of credence to the whole racism accusation, because I'm sure that there are some people who are racist, who are saying things and using this as a platform to spew their vile racism. I'm sure that there is. However, you can't use that as a blanket statement to give her like immunity to criticism, to give anybody immunity to criticism. This is a really political tactic, and it kind of lets people get away with murder, so to speak, you know what I mean? And that's, it's nonsense. And then how would you explain people who are, are different ethnic minorities who don't like her and who criticize her? Are they racist against themselves? I don't think so. And then the other thing is, this is very personal, but I'm going to share it anyway. My loved ones have actually experienced bullying based on their looks and their ethnicity, and it has been really, really, really hurtful to me, and I would never want that for anyone. It's been really hurtful to them too as well, but it has been personally hurtful to our family. And so, you know, and that's why I never can enter in to people like criticizing Meghan Markle physically. I don't like that. I'm really uncomfortable with it, and I'll never support that because I'm very sensitive, you know, having been witness to bullying of people that I love based on that, and different types of prejudice. You know, that really hits home for me, and that's really personal. And so, yeah, so I'm not comfortable with that. So I don't really like that. but really, I think that you have to be really careful with that. So before you go and accuse someone of being racist, first of all, that's a really pretty serious accusation, I would say. That, you know, that can ruin careers. It just makes the person look like a really bad person. And if that's true, well, I guess you need to check your own heart, right? If you are racist, figure it out. Go, you know, make friends with other people of other ethnicities. But you need to do that within yourself, right? That's not something, unless somebody says something explicit, that's not something that we can just hurl around. Like, you're racist. No, you got to think more critically than that. You have to think more critically than that. And what I have seen are people that have tried to be really pretty fair, that have not liked it for other reasons. So narcissism is one of the biggest. I believe she's a dark triad, so that's the biggest. I think she's done a lot of damage, especially now, to the royal family. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but gosh, wow, she's suing everybody. She's making these tons of accusations. She's pulled Harry away from his family. I know some people say like he wanted to go, and I know like in the past he said stuff about wanting to go, so I see both sides. Yeah, guys, it looks like the public tide has started to turn, and people are seeing that there is just something to this. So anyway, I just want to say that I wish Meghan Markle well. I hope that with all this stuff coming out, she will start to look inward and she will get help, because it's narcissism is a personality disorder, and it needs professional help. And I feel badly for her, to be honest with you. I don't know what she's, you know, going through emotionally. I don't know why she perpetuates stuff. I don't understand narcissism fully. But I just really, you know, we're all kind of, in a sense, like a product of our own mind. And I hope that she can get help for that, so that she can become a better person. And yeah, there's so much more that I have to say, but this is getting like really long. So I'm thinking of doing the next video maybe on Meghan as a Trojan horse, or maybe a video about Archie and like what I think about that. So look for that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.